Okay. Good morning and welcome, you amazing human beings. Guys, my name is Dane van der Mast, the last time I checked, and it is Thursday, the 1st of December, a brand new month. It is the end of the year, guys. Can you believe it? We wrapped up our year-end function in the Joburg office yesterday. It was something amazing to be a part of. And again, next year we're planning to celebrate year-end, not just with the team, the staff, but with every single one of you. So we're planning something big for that. So again, just appreciate the growth, appreciate the support and being a client with us on this journey, because again, it's part of the reason why everything that you're seeing right now is possible. Again, just thank you to the team for the nomination for Innovator of the Year for 2022. I really appreciate this. This is big, this is massive, but really this comes down to every single one of you. So I share this award with you guys today. So if you've been part of any of our shows, smash that like button. I'm sharing this award with you. I'll tag you guys on Instagram. Just go ahead and inbox me with your Instagram handle, and when I put this on Instagram, I will tag every single one of you that do inbox me, because again, this is possible because of the success of this broadcast, of this show. Everything we're currently doing is due to you guys as well. So guys, we had an absolutely epic day, but before I tell you about our amazing day, I want to tell you and just give a quick shout out to every single one of our members, our GlobalX 360 live TV supporters. You can see their names in the green. They've got a little badge next to their names. That means that they are subscribed and joined to the GlobalX 360 channel. You can go ahead and do that down below. There's the join button. Just a quick one to our MVTs, most valued traders. That is Wylan. I can see Elvin's in the house, Tumelo, Tyler, Shamim is in the house, Cohen, Garrett, Ivan, Nadir. Let's have a look here. Gabs is in the house, Fruwad. Guys, welcome, you amazing human beings, guys. And again, as always, just hugely appreciate you guys for being supporters of this channel. It goes a long way to carry our mandates to where we want to be in terms of really just going throughout Africa and just taking over, right? That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Guys, listen, just a quick one. We had a massive night last night. If you were part of our Premium Pro session, we obviously traded live the Powell speech. It was massive, right? We absolutely destroyed the markets. It was massive. So again, if you were part of that, we ran, 4,000 plus pips in profit in that live session. So if you're part of that, you're absolutely amazing. And I appreciate you guys for spending the time joining us and profiting, right? I get a lot of questions about, how do people double, triple accounts? And the reality is that, it's about taking winning trades, right? When you lose small, and when you win big, right? Even with a $100 account, if you had 2 or 3 positions at a 0.01 on last night's trade, and that ran 4,000 pips in profit, that's $40 per position that you're in. That's $120 of the profit. That's a $100 account doubled, right? $1,000 account could have tripled. We had clients doubling and tripling accounts all over the show. Let's see here. Wow, powerful stuff. Let's see. Clitter saying banked 14,000 on last night's SMP. Beautiful stuff, guys. It was a monster. It was big. It was massive. But we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the markets. And I remember there's a ton busy happening in the world today. I will break down the speech and a little bit about what ended up happening there. This is obviously going to play a big role into the future of the dollar. But more importantly, we have NFP tomorrow, right? So again, if you have a GlobalX 360 live account, you will be able to join me tomorrow. We will trade NFP live. If you have a GlobalX 360 account of more than $1,000 and you're part of Premium Plus, I will be hosting a special advanced setup session an hour before NFP even starts, where we talk about NFP, what is likely to happen, how do we set up our trades, how do we set up our pending orders that we can dominate that fundamental data release. I have a very good idea of what we think is going to happen, but again, our job is not to predict the market. It's not to, rub a golden ball, send out a signal. Our job is to study the information available to us, prepare accordingly, and take advantage. And that's what it's all about. Success is when you prepared, and that preparation meets opportunity to execute. So again, $1,000 and more accounts, live GlobalX 360 accounts. We will be popping out an email tomorrow for that special session. So we're going to start that off around about 2 o'clock. NFP is going to happen at 3:30 tomorrow. 3:30, you're welcome to join us. We have a GlobalX 360 live account. We will email out the NFP link to all of our clients. All you simply need to do down below, go there, open up a GlobalX 360 live account, have a minimum of $100 in that account. We will email you to come and trade with us live NFP tomorrow. It's going to be big. It's going to be massive. But it doesn't mean there isn't opportunity today, right? There is still good fundamental data points today. We've got 3 broadcasts. We've got Pounds for Breakfast, which is what you're watching right now. We are going to be having a Premium Pro session, and that is going to be a Premium Plus session. That's going to be happening as we trade some of that US data at 3:15. And then again, we have a premium session 4:15, looking at the New York Stock Exchange open. So it's going to be big. It's going to be massive. We're going to have a ton of fun together. So just a quick shout out. I can see some more of our MVTs in the house. I can see Lana's in the house, as well as Lucky. Welcome, you amazing human beings. Just quickly looking at the comments here. Smashing the like button is a sign of gratitude. Garrett knows what it's all about. Smash that like button. If you aren't yet subscribed, it costs you nothing. Hitting the like button costs you nothing. Hitting the share button and sharing this with someone who needs to understand a little bit more about the market costs you absolutely nothing. You might find that person return that favor and comes back to you in a couple months and thanks you for an opportunity to be exposed to information like this. That is what it is all about. Beautiful stuff. Today I'm on my mobile laptop, is resting after yesterday's night. Last night was nuts, guys. Let me know where in the world you're joining us from. I can see Cape Town's in the house. Yeah, let me know where in the world you guys are joining us. So we have quite a bit to discuss from a news perspective. We'll talk about what happened last night. But we're just going to start off with breaking down what is happening in the world from a news perspective. Now, on a local front, there's quite a bit happening that we do need to talk about. And it's mostly going to be about politics, right? There's a lot of articles flying around at the moment about the fact that Ramaphosa is currently sitting in a little bit of a treacherous place, right? Again, you know, as we get to the year end, it's silly season, you're going to see a lot of crazy things happen. You're going to see allegations. You're going to see, it's just the nature of December. And that's why I generally tell people, just be a little bit more careful in December, whether you're traveling, whatever the case may be. People get desperate for money. People get desperate to make a point. And yeah, so we're going to see these kind of things. There will be protests. There will be a bunch of things. It's normal for us, right? That's nothing. If this happened in any other country around the world, people would be outraged, be like, oh my word, how can this happen? It's normal. We're used to it, right? I think we're all used to it. I think everybody can agree in the chats and the comments, unless you're not from South Africa. If you read something like this and you're in another country, maybe it's shocking to you, but if you're part of South Africa, it's normal, right? The chats, what do you guys think? Are we agreeing that it's normal in the chat? I can see Cape Town in the house. Springbok Northern Cape. Wow. Okay, I've never been there. Sounds beautiful. Yeah, it's not even headlines. Samim saying no longer even headlines. Just it's business as usual. It is what it is. Okay, so we're going to move past that this morning, and let's give it a look quickly, looking at really some real news for a bit, and we're going to have a look at what's happening on the international front, right? Something that popped up, and I do want to watch this. I haven't had a time, full disclaimer, to go through this interview, but SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of both FTX as well as Alameda Research, right? That was basically responsible for the collapse of FTX in total. He's given a 90-minute interview, right? That happened yesterday, and essentially saying he's not at fault, right? And if you go into the details, I shared with you guys a link about a documentary on this. It is mind-blowing. They didn't even have paperwork for client funds. They didn't even have employment contracts for people that are employed. The company was just buying properties for staff. It is nuts, right? And he's just saying it's not my fault. So I don't know if this guy needs counseling, but it's just, you know, the amount of pain he's caused, billions and billions of dollars have been wiped out, and he's not taking direct responsibility. So that's going to be quite fun to see how the US legal system slaps him around over that. And outside of that, you know, we don't have all too much. Musk is saying that Apple never considered removing Twitter. There was a lot of speculation yesterday that Musk is tackling Apple because of the possibility they wanted to remove Twitter from the App Store. And he's just come back and just saying that was never on the spectrum. That was never on the radar to be discussed. Now, in terms of what isn't in the news, and I think is probably the most newsworthy headline, and I think news outlets are not speaking about this, and I cannot tell why. For those of you that were with us in our live broadcast last night, I want you to, if you can remember, and if you can go ahead and you can rewatch the live broadcast from last night, if you were part of, the team from last night, it was a unlisted video. You can go ahead and share that with somebody that you care about. You go share that trading session with anybody that you care about. We'll see if we get over X amount of likes. If we get over 100 likes in this broadcast, I will share last night's Premium Plus session into the group that you guys can go ahead and watch. But I want you to pay attention to one thing. is that while the broadcast was happening, you could see the titles from the news outlet that was busy covering the broadcast. If you listen to what Powell was speaking about and you look at the news articles or you look at the headline, Powell was saying all the right things, right? He's trying to get people away from this inflation issue. He wants to get people away from things aren't gloomy and bad. He wants to, say that they've done enough and they should start to see things recover. And very dovish, very caring for the economy, not as extreme and hawkish as what people were fearing that he would be, right? The articles were saying completely negative things, saying we're still a far way ahead from getting where we need to be. There's still a long road ahead, all the negative stuff, not saying once that, oh, wow, okay, this is looking good, right? Again, because, I don't know, you guys are going to make up for yourself. This is unfortunately where you see news manipulate what is actually being said. And this is why I encourage people, when these live broadcasts happen, specifically here at Global 360 Live TV, but any chance you can get your hands on somebody who moves the market speaking, try and get a first-hand account of what they're saying. Because again, the words that they're saying and how news media will take selective pieces. So you get a summary of him saying, oh, things are bad, but the stock market rallied. Why would the stock market rally if he said things were bad and we've still got a far way to go? Because if you listen to what he says, and if you were part of that live broadcast with me last night, we knew the second he was saying certain things that I said, we're buying here. And the second he said the same things again we wanted to hear, I said, guys, we're buying again, right? So we bought once and we bought again because everything he was saying was pointing towards a bullish market and a weaker dollar. So that's not in the news today. And I'm quite surprised why that is. Harry Potter's sisters trading about stop loss. Alvin, what's wrong with you? Oh goodness. Did you guys see that article with his girlfriend, right? I think it's his girlfriend. I don't think it's his sister. And they're doing an interview. There's just a sideline note here. We got a bit of time this morning. The big day is tomorrow. We have some stuff to trade today, but we have some time together, right? There's an interview, and I think what Alvin's referring to is like he's asking, is it that nerd-looking girl? Listen, nerds are cool. I'm technically a nerd, right? I love my computers. I love gaming. I spend far too much on computers that nobody else would ever buy. I'm a nerd too, right? So don't hate on nerds. But Alvin's referring to an interview. She's sitting, and I remember she's the CEO of Alameda Research, right? This company that's worth billions, right? And she's literally busy bragging to the two people interviewing her. They're asking about your biggest trade and and do you use stop losses? And she's just like, yeah, I mean, we don't really use stop losses. And they ask about her worst trade, her biggest trade, and she joked, and she's like, I don't think I can say that like on live TV. And I'm like, this lady runs an algorithmic trading hedge fund platform and doesn't understand her own risk model. Most other hedge funds will tell you straightforward, their risk portfolio contains X amount of assets. These are the risks. These are the potential drawdowns, and their portfolio acts and has a built-in risk profile of X at any one point in time. There's hedging and all kinds of things. So it was mad. She just giggles like this, and I'm like, what? This lady is in control of Canada's pension fund. Well, not the whole pension fund, but $200 million, whatever the case may be. So I thought that was quite funny. So Alvin made me chuckle here with Harry Potter's weird-looking girlfriend. Yeah, absolutely. Billionaire Boy says, can I get your contact number? Down below is my Telegram link if you want to inbox me. Yes, let's go. Beautiful stuff. All right, before we get there, markets have opened, but we're not going to see all too much happen right now. We are going to see markets react to that dollar move. We have a little bit of time left. I just want to cover something really, really quickly. So before we get to the fundamentals, massive day in the green. And again, that just comes down to our trading session from last night. So if you don't know why the markets are green, then you need to get yourself a Global 360 Live account, at least have that $1,000. You want to be a premium pro member, premium plus member that gets you access to all these special live broadcasts, right? Monitz Pretorius has just subscribed, is just jumped in and become a Globex 360 Live TV member. Welcome family. And you've with the winning team, right? Again, thank you for supporting the channel. And every time you guys jump in and become a member, it just, makes it so much more special for what we're doing. So Monets, thank you for being an MVT, and welcome. Massive, massive, massive welcome. You know what's good. You know what it's all about. It's a massive, massive welcome. Okay, so massive day in the green here. I just want to show you guys on the fundamental data side before we get to analysis. There's two other items that I'm not trading today, but I just want to make you aware of them. And that's going to be that you're going to get that Euro German manufacturing PMI that is going to come out. Again, the European markets have been seen to act a little bit differently from the dollar markets, right? Fundamental data on the dollar, right? If we get good data, high PMI, high CPI numbers on the dollar reacts positively, the markets fall and react negatively. However, I'm noticing on European markets as well as looking at the pound that they're a little bit more insightful. So when they see these numbers, right, they don't react bullishly to a high PMI number. They know that it's bad and that represents inflation, right? CPI, PMI, so on and so forth. So you can't trade this the exact same way we've been trading the dollar. I just want to make you aware of that, right? Go ahead and practice your skills, but just be aware of that. Looking a little bit later on, we've got some total vehicle sales for the South African Rand. Not to worry about that, but we are going to be trading core PCE price index as well as initial jobless claims. That's going to be our special fundamental data show. We're going to start that at 3:15. That's going to be a premium plus show. So if you've got $1,000 or more, you're going to receive an email for that. The link for that will also be in your client area. People often ask, where do I get the links for this? If you log into Globex 360 website, go to your client area on the left-hand side under live TV, you will have access to that premium plus show. If you only have $100 in your account, in your balance, right, then you'll have access to dollars for lunch, which is where we're going to cover a little bit later on. We're going to trade the New York Stock Exchange open, but we'll also catch that ISM manufacturing PMI data, purchase manager index data, as we trade that as well this afternoon. So again, links for that is all going to be in your client area. So let's just quickly see the chats, quickly smash the like and share buttons. Thank you, Darlene Shaw. That's actually my mother. So moms, appreciate you. Much appreciated. You must know, if your own mom is watching your live broadcast, if your own mother is trading and you're sitting there skeptical, like, I wonder, can I make it? What is this about? Is Globex? Then you must know. You need more than a live broadcast. You might need prayer and a bunch of other things as well going together. Okay, let's quickly have a look, guys, really quickly. What is happening in the markets from a trade perspective? What are the opportunities that are available to us? And we're going to transition straight into our different market opportunities. So we'll start with the FX side, guys, and there's some really good opportunities available. Again, if you are a premium plus client, we've had clients asking about this the whole year, looking for opportunities. Now, we don't believe in signals because we believe a signal is misleading and it's not going to get you to the point of learning. But if you have a look at AUD, USD, AUD, NZD, USD, again, looking at that dollar weakness, we've posted on our favorites under the Forex side of things, two trades that we really, really like. And that is a potential for both of these markets, AUD USD as well, NZD USD, to go, 20, 30 pips north side. So again, if you are a premium plus member, you can log in and get access to that. Now, having a look at indices side of things, again, as per what we saw last night with Powell, our systems have pushed out a notification about 2 a.m. this morning for potential long opportunities on NASDAQ. Right now, again, this is talking about a 30-day long position, meaning a massive swing trade on NASDAQ as well as US 30. And I'll talk about US 30 as well with the Premium Pro and Premium Plus clients, Premium Plus clients. We will get into that one manually together. But again, some really good trade opportunities sitting in the background there. Looking at commodities, again, in line with that dollar weakness, we have gold opportunity breakouts here. Gold potentially going from that $1,760 per ounce. We could see a smash out at that 1,800, that elusive 1,800 range, which we've been waiting for a while. The same thing can be said for silver. Now, again, these are going to be swing trades. These are going to be trades that can potentially be held for the next trading week. Now, again, I'm looking today not to get into swings for the only reason being that I want to be prepared for NFP. I want to be in a position where my account I have enough liquidity, I have enough equity in my account in order to be able to trade NFP. Now, again, guys, we are offering 100% deposit bonuses. So if you deposit in this period all the way up until, I believe, the 21st of December, you do have access to have a choice of either cashback or a 100% deposit bonus. Now, that deposit you can't withdraw. Deposit's not just a gift where you just take that money and you run. deposit bonus is there to add to the equity of your account, meaning it allows you to have better risk management. Now, it's not to run a massive trade into a negative. You'll blow that account, but it's there to help you with risk management. So if you have a $100 account or $1,000 account, you can then afford the correct risk management looking at the equity of your account. So I just want you to be aware of that. But if you want cash back per trade that you do, which is something that I prefer cash back, so I can trade, and then every week or two I go look at my cashback wallet. There's a couple $100, a couple $1,000 sitting there that I can withdraw directly to my bank account, or I can use to trade. So it just depends what ends up working for you. It's completely dependent on what works for you. Okay, and last and not least, looking at Bitcoin is my favorite potential. This we posted out yesterday, but it's still relevant, right? We posted this yesterday, and have a look. Since yesterday, we've seen Bitcoin make that rally. We spoke about it yesterday, and it is making a massive, massive push towards that top side. So again, we've spoken about this in the past, that, you know, for Bitcoin, for crypto to make that recovery, obviously FTX and their collapse as an exchange has caused a massive negative on the industry. But for crypto to make a comeback, it needs fiat currency systems, centralized currency systems like the dollar, to start failing. Again, the dollar's weakness will add some relief and will add some rally momentum to crypto. So again, we continue to see that dollar weakness. If we see NFP, what I think we're going to see tomorrow, this can be a big wake up call that we need to get a lot more serious about crypto and take it a bit more seriously moving forward. Okay, beautiful stuff, guys. So I'm going to show you what trade I'm potentially looking at. And obviously just want to start off this morning. We're just going to quickly have a look at that dollar index in terms of where we are currently at. And I just want to show you guys some items here really quickly. And this is just going to be pretty important for the reason being that we need to understand where we are and where we can obviously be going. Dollar index, as per last night at 8 o'clock, right, we saw that massive, massive push down on the dollar index. There was an expectation that Powell would come in, be a little bit dovish and be a little bit not as relentless in the market. Obviously, he came in with a very, very, very dovish tone, a very soft tone, underplaying everything, reinforcing that the economy is going to get there. They don't know everything, but they're certainly trying their absolute best. Reinstated that they have been very aggressive. So there was calls and questions about, you know, have they been aggressive enough? And he's came back, he clapped back immediately, said, I don't agree with that. We've been, and you can argue that we've been extremely aggressive. It's now time to start slowing down those interest rate increases. So again, perfect for what we needed to see long term. Dollar index fell massively towards that downside. Now looking at US30, this is essentially what happened to us yesterday. Looking at that US30 buy momentum, we've got a massive sell-off on US30. I just want to talk about this really quickly before we move on. We got a massive sell-off on US30 yesterday afternoon. That was due to that positive GDP data on the dollar, right? There was an expectation of that 2.4 to 2.6% range. That is where they expected it. They got a GDP for quarter three of 2.9% positive, right? Good for the dollar, bad for markets, right? Now that was a perfect storm situation because it created that temporary sell-off on US30, which the speech then picked up and pretty much blew out of the water. So I just want to show you guys this really quickly. So yesterday afternoon, we weren't trading this. We were obviously having our year-end function. US30 failed towards the downside. If you use the same structural lines that I had done in the show, you should have been safe. But looking at it, here's the speech right here on the right. This is 8:30 in the evening. The second that speech ended up kicking off, we absolutely dominated this market to the top side. We traded this one live with our clients, all our premium plus clients. This is where clients have doubled and or tripled their accounts. So just a monster range. We caught it late. We didn't do a pending order. We manually entered. Even with a late manual entry, this thing still ran 7,000 pips towards the top side. Total of about 9.5, almost 10,000 pips, right? So looking at where we are now, I'm focusing quite a bit of attention on current market structures. Now, again, your scaling is going to be a little bit dodgy. That's purely just because we've got this massive spike here. I just want you guys to pay attention to this. And I do think US30 is going to cool off in the session. I think it's going to cool off. Again, markets are aware of what is happening tomorrow. So I would be expecting US30 to cool off. We had a little bit of a temporary attempt to push out here at about 7 a.m. I think we may cool off here. We may retrace. I'm not looking at selling US30. I just want you to be aware. If you're in a long buy with us, still holding your buys from yesterday, you may want to consider taking some of that profit, and you may want to consider moving a stop loss into a safer range. I would honestly take profit at this point. This is a monster run, and we will get US30 again tomorrow with NFP. That will be a confirmed entry, and if there's a retracement this afternoon, you're not losing anything, right? We will trade US30 again, looking at some of those fundamental data points. We're going to utilize that 3:30 data release. If it's good on the dollar, you guys know the drill. We're obviously going to take positions on indices, on stock markets, right? We will look at NASDAQ this afternoon. We're going to look at obviously US30. We may even consider diversifying and getting into German 30 as well this afternoon. Outside of that, there's about 15 viable trades within the trading area in your client's area under my favorites, our favorites. We've listed those trades there. They're available to you, so you can go ahead and have some fun. Yeah, he honestly needs to be the president. This is what Lucky is saying, and we said this last night. This is, I think, if Powell could be president, I enjoy. He's humble. He understands what he's talking about. He takes questions well. He's an intellectual. He understands the seriousness of his role. And I think that's the one thing I appreciate. He understands how important his job is, and what he says and does, what they say and do, has an effect on not just every American life, but everybody around the world. And they take that quite seriously. And I really appreciate that. That's probably the one thing I didn't like about Trump, was how brash he was about it. It was entertaining for us as traders, it was entertaining in the markets, but the things that they say and do, because they hold positions of such power, the impact and ripple effects across people are not always fully observed. I don't think they always fully understood, you know, how much power that they wielded. So that's what I enjoy about Powell. So those are essentially what we're looking at. I'm currently also in a Tesla long position. Looking at, you know, Tesla's stock price and where it's been. I'm currently looking at that long, currently sitting on Tesla. So again, I'm looking at that long position there, based on what Elon's doing, based on where we are speaking. This is one other trade I haven't listed, and that's one trade that I'm in. But yes, there's opportunities on dollar positions. There's gold positions. There's a ton of opportunities all available to you in our trading area. So if you want to get part of that, simply have and make sure you've got at least $1,000 in your live account. Then you'll have access to those special features and functionalities. You have additional shows, you have a ton of different things. And really, guys, $1,000 is where your trading journey really starts. $100, great. $50, no problem. But if you want to take trading seriously, you want to have the full benefit of what we have to offer here, and $1,000 is really that starting point, in my personal opinion. Okay. Shamim saying, need to board a flight back to Bloom. Catch you guys in the PM. Shamim, safe flight, family. At one point, Trump wanted Powell out. I do remember that. Guys, that is going to be our cue to wrap this one up nice and tidy. I will see all you Premium Plus members. I'll see you guys at 3:15. We are going to be trading live. We're going to see if we can bank another couple thousand pips today. Utilize that in our war chest for tomorrow's NFP. Again, we are trading New York Stock Exchange for our Premium members. So we're going to see if we can benefit on some dollar movements this afternoon. A spot with the 100. Luke is saying spot with 100. I don't know what that means. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, 100%. Guys, listen, have yourselves an amazing morning. As you know the drill, be safe, trade safe. If you're part of yesterday's session, share some love, smash that like button. Let's just see, did we go over the 100 likes? Oh, we didn't. Guys, if you want to see a recording of the, recording of last night, if you want to be a part, you want to get access to that recording, if we go over 100 likes for this broadcast, I know we're sitting well over 100 people watching us live right now, but if you smash that like button or the subscribe button, we go over 100 likes, I will take last night's live session and I'll share that in our Telegram group, right? To direct message me, my Telegram link is down below. The Telegram link, right, for our official Global 360 live TV free group is also down below. So if this goes over 100 likes, I will be sharing that in the group, and you guys can have some time together. Zia says, you're such a G, doubled my account last night. That's all you, my brother. That's all you. Guys, you know, when you make profits and we do these sessions live together, you know, you could sit in the session and do nothing and not make any money. You could sit in the session and you could lose money. You could have the wrong stop loss. You could use the wrong risk management. At the end of the day, you are placing that trade, right? You are the one that's making that decision, right? And that's sometimes the hardest part of trading. You can have amazing analysis, but you are the one executing that trade. So when you make money, listen, pat on your shoulder. You guys are doing the most. You guys are MVTs. That's what it's all about. So a few likes left. If we get over the 100, I'll reshare last night's session. If you don't want to see it, I got no issues. It's for our Premium Plus members anyway. But if you want to see what we did then, how we made money, you're more than welcome to rewatch. And I think it's actually very, very valuable. Even if you are a Premium Plus member and you were live with us yesterday, I would encourage you to potentially take some time out of the course today, and even before NFP tomorrow, and consider just re-watching the show and listen to what Powell was saying. All right, I was listening intently while we were training, but there's some really serious nuggets of gold that's there. It'll give you a better understanding of where the US economy is heading, right? Again, if you're anywhere else in the world, guys, things are about to get serious, right? If you haven't started trading already, you don't have another source of income, I honestly advise, honestly suggest, in my personal humble opinion, it's time to take trading seriously. Things are going to be crazy in 2023 in South Africa, as well as the rest of the world. You want to get that sorted out. Let's see. We're almost at the 100. I'll double check after breakfast whether we're over the 100 or not, and then I will go ahead and share the link in the Global 60 live TV group. Guys, outside of that, and yeah, Taboho, if you go ahead and share the live broadcast with a couple other people, get them to jump in, get them to like. If we go over the 100 mark, I will share this in a Telegram group. I give you my word. You guys can go ahead and look at what happened last night. Taboho saying he did some crazy things with his accounts. Amazing things. Rita with a spoon up in there. Just a quick shout out yet once again to all of our members. Again, if you want to become a member and a supporter of Global 60 Live TV and get access to special features, the join button is down below as well. I think it's somewhere here, somewhere in that location right there. So that's over there if you want to become a member and become an NVT, just as Monet has just done as well. Listen, guys, let's see. Leafman's cockbake says, thank you, Darlene, for birthing me. Yeah, I appreciate that woman gave everything for me and my sister to be here. Appreciate her and love her to the end of the earth. Mom, if you're watching, I appreciate you and I love you, and I thank you for listening to God. Appreciate it, guys. Listen, outside of that, have yourselves an amazing day. Till I see you all a little bit later. I will double check those likes, hit 100, but my link is down below if you want to message me. See you guys a little bit later, and you know the drill. Remember to be safe and trade the Globe X360 way. See you guys a little bit later. Goodbye.